Hello, and welcome to the Crowley ISD this 6 weeks ELC curriculum preview for 8th grade ELAR. In this video, we will discuss the 6 weeks blueprints, address curriculum hotspots, and spotlight real-time instructional strategies that will include the effective use of CISD best practices, critical thinking, pacing and sequencing, and high academic expectations with specific focus on writing and accountable student talk. After the video, you will gain a deeper understanding of the CISD best practices shown in the demonstration classroom video to transfer responsibility of learning to the student. The unit covered in the fifth 6 weeks is Unit 5A, Connecting Genres. Unit 6 research will begin after the STAR test, and Unit 5B will be taught and tested in the 6 weeks. Take time to notice the blueprint, the instructional posting and administration dates. Using the heat map, we will now discuss our identified hotspot for the fifth 6 weeks. According to the 2014 STAR, and the fall and spring benchmarks, making connections across genres is still an area of concern. These also include figures 19D, E, and F. At this time, I'd like to feature CISD demonstration classroom videos found on the Crowley Center for Teaching and Learning. Based on instructional need, videos can be found by selecting the tab Instructional Practice, followed by the tab Instruction, and then choosing your particular interest. Today's video can be found under multiple topics, including high academic expectations, pacing and sequencing, and critical thinking. Not only does the CTL highlight CISD teachers, but it also gives examples from other sources. Now let's watch some fabulous instructional strategies in action. To address our hotspots, as well as other SEs, Mr. Esco will share real-time best practices. Notice how student accountable talk and writing to learn are thinking processes, which apply to all content areas. As you watch, think about how you can better apply these best practices in your classroom and address the hotspots for the unit.
When students enter the room, I ask them to first record the objective in their journals and then complete the Do Now activity. This ensures that students understand the purpose of the learning and become focused on that objective. And I want you to take a few minutes, take a look at the map, write a short response describing the spread of the bubonic plague. Before engaging in discussion and writing, I ask my students to find textual evidence to serve as the foundation of our comparative conversations. This is an important process for the class as it reminds students that sound arguments and conclusions are based on text evidence rather than opinions. So what I want you to do now is partner 1 on the left. I want you to look up these things for light black smoke. I want you to find some text evidence for how the disease spread, text evidence for the loss of life, text evidence for trade routes. Partner 2 on this side of the room, or this half of the row. Partner 2, raise your hand. Okay, you know who you are. I want y'all to write about agricultural changes, loss of life, and worker shortages. Give me some text evidence. We'll take a few minutes to do that, and then we'll talk about it. I use accountable talk as a vehicle for learning. Accountable talk encourages students to think deeply, articulate key understandings, and listen with purpose. What kind of evidence did you find that talked about how the disease was spread, Jalen?
The author said that it spread rapidly.
Okay, it did spread rapidly. Good. How exactly? Why was it so rapid? I scaffold my accountable talk stems to build competency and confidence in my learners. Stems begin at the knowledge comprehension phase and then progress to more complex levels of analysis and synthesis. Another benefit of student talk is that it ensures equitable participation. All students are expected to participate, to speak, and to be heard. It's an excellent formative assessment tool for the teacher. Okay, it has to do with the demand. So can someone else answer that? After talk time, students are then ready to write. The conversations previous to this prepare them to summarize key ideas. And I've given you 2 different boxes. Partner 1, you're going to write a summary over light black smoke. Partner 2, you're going to write a summary over a world turned upside down. Remember to use the 5 WH questions to help you summarize. Pacing and sequencing these activities promotes quality work. The writing I receive after using talk moves is substantially better than the work I would have received had I asked students to read and summarize without using the talk moves. Remember to use cause and effect structure. Remember because and as a result. These are signal words for cause and effect, so make sure you use those. The use of sentence stems serves two purposes. First, it ensures that student conversations are focused on the learning objective and ensures that students practice using academic language in those conversations.
It was so deadly, not only to your assistant, but also to me.
Okay, that's pretty good. I like how you put the text evidence with the exact number instead of turned its society and economic structure upside down. Good. Second, it provides support to my struggling learners. It builds their confidence so that they feel comfortable engaging in peer conversations. Although the management associated with promoting talk in the classroom can be significant, I believe that it's well worth the investment. The collaboration that takes place through accountable talk mirrors the kinds of conversations that will dominate students' post-secondary lives.
Thank you, Mr. Esco, for having high expectations for your students and your willingness to share your instructional practices with us. I appreciate your participating in the PLC Curriculum Preview. Don't miss next 6 weeks' PLC Curriculum Preview video that will spotlight the gradual release of responsibility. The model is shown on the screen. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you so much.